Hello everyone, happy to meet you all through this channel. Kindly subscribe Begin Dining YouTube channel and share to your friends so that all the students can be benefited from this lesson, and click bell button so that you can get the new videos and new lessons as soon as it is published. Once again, welcome you all for the social science lesson. It is prepared based on the Maharashtra State Board. It is very useful for teaching, for revision, for testing, and for self-learning. I hope all will be benefited with the help of this lesson. Today, let us learn about the third chapter in geography. Topic name is Physiography and Drainage. Already we have learned in the previous lesson. In 10th standard, we will be learning the comparative study of India and Brazil. So let us study about these two countries, their physical division and their drainage system. Let us go to the lesson. First, let us study about the physical divisions of India. India can be classified into 5 major physical divisions. The first, the Himalayas. Second, the North Indian Plateau to the south of Himalayas. Third, to the south of North Indian Plain lies the peninsular region. Then, the western side and the eastern side we have coastal plains, and the fifth one, the island groups. These are the 5 physical divisions of India. The first physical division, that is located to the northernmost part of our country, that is the Himalayas. One of the young-fold mountains in the world. It extends from Pamir Knot in Tajikistan to the east, major mountain system of Asia. In India, it extends from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. This Himalayan mountain is not a single mountain range. Many parallel ranges are there in this Himalayan mountain. You can observe the ranges of Himalayas in this map. The first, the lowest range or the southernmost range is the Shivalik range. It lies to the southernmost part of the mountainous range, and it is also called as the youngest range of Himalaya. Next to the Shivalik, to the northern side lies the Lesser Himalayas, to its north lies the Greater Himalayas and Trans Himalayas to its north. These are the different ranges from south to north. That is, southernmost range is Shivalik, to its north is Lesser Himalaya, to its north is the Greater Himalaya, and to its north the Trans Himalayas. These are the mountain ranges from south side to northern side. Next, we can divide the Himalayas from west to east, western side to eastern side. It can be classified into 3 major sectors. One, the western Himalayas, that is also called as Kashmir Himalayas. Then the central Himalayas, that is also called as Humayun Himalaya, and the easternmost part is called as Eastern Himalayas. That Himalaya is called as Assam Himalayas. Western Himalaya is called as Kashmir Himalaya, and Central Himalayas are called as Humayun Himalaya, and the Eastern Himalayas are called as Assam Himalayas. To the south of Himalayan mountain range, we have North Indian Plains. This North Indian Plains lies between Himalayas in the north and the peninsula in the south. It extends from Rajasthan and Punjab in the western side to Assam in the eastern side. Mostly a flat, low-lying area. This North Indian plain can be classified into two parts. The Aravalli range divides this North Indian plain into two. One part lies to the west of Aravallis. That region is called Rajasthan and Punjab, and the part lies to the east of the Aravallis. That region is called as Ganga Plain. Rajasthan and Punjab Plain to the west of Aravallis and Ganga Plain to the east of Aravallis. These are the two divisions of North Indian Plain region. Let us learn about the Ganga Plain. It lies to the east of Aravallis. The basin of the river Ganga is there. That is why it is called as Ganga Plain. Or this low-lying flat area is watered by river Ganga and its tributaries. That is why it is called as Ganga Plain. And it slopes towards eastern side. Ganga Plain slope towards the eastern side. Sundarbans. Most of the West Bengal and Bangladesh constitute the delta of Ganga and Brahmaputra river system known as Sundarbans. This Sundarban is considered to be the world's largest delta region. Next we learn about the Rajasthan plain. It lies to the west of Aravalli range, occupied by desert. It is also known as Marustali, or it can be called as Thar Desert or Great Indian Desert. Most of the Rajasthan occupied by this desert region. Punjab Plain. It is located to the north of desert region, spread to the west of Aravallis and to the Delhi ranges, formed due to depositional work by the river Satluj and its tributaries. It slopes towards west. It has fertile soil. Agriculture is largely practiced in this Punjab plain. The third physical division, that is the peninsula. It lies to the south of North Indian plain, tapering towards the Indian Ocean. It is also known as Indian Peninsula. It consists of many plateaus and hill ranges. This map shows different plateau regions and the hill ranges that are situated in the peninsula region. Marwar Plateau are called as Mewar Plateau, Malwa Plateau, Madhya Bharat Plateau, Bundelkhand Plateau, Bagalkhand Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau. These are the some of the plateaus that are situated in this peninsula region. Aravalli Range. It lies to the northernmost part of peninsula. This range is considered to be the oldest fold mountain range. It includes series of plateaus bordering plains. Vindhya and Satpura ranges located in the central part of peninsula region, and it divides the peninsula plateau into two, North Indian plateau and South Indian plateau. Western and Eastern Ghats located in the west and eastern sides respectively. The coastal plains. India has a long coastal line, approximately 7,500 km long. It lies to the western and eastern part of the peninsula. Remarkable dissimilarities found in western and eastern coastal lines. It may be asked in the board examination, similarities and dissimilarities. We should know comparative study of western coast and eastern coast. It is very important. The western coast borders Arabian Sea, formed by large rocky coast, spurs taking off from the Western Ghats, extended right up to the coast. Width is less. Rivers starting from Western Ghats are short and swift in nature, form estuaries and not form deltas. Estuaries means the rivers that are meeting or joining with the sea, that is called estuaries. You can see the meeting place of rivers and sea. The eastern coast, it borders the Bay of Bengal, formed as a result of depositional work of rivers. East flowing rivers form western and eastern Ghats meet this coast. Gentle slope, rivers flow at lower velocities, deposit the sediments brought with them at the coast. Deltas are found along these coasts. The island groups has many small and large islands along the coast, known as coastal group of islands. Apart from that, two large group of islands in the Arabian Sea and in the Bay of Bengal. The Arabian Sea island is known as Lakshadweep Islands. It is also called as Atoll Islands, that means ring-shaped islands. It is small in extent and very low height, not very high, the altitude. Bay of Bengal Islands, known as Andaman and Nicobar Islands, mainly volcanic islands, large with hills in their interior parts. Includes Barren Island, the only active volcano in India. Atolls in Nicobar groups, that means ring-shaped islands. The second country is Brazil. Large part is occupied by highlands, plateaus and small mountains. No very high and long extending mountains no wide plains except North Amazon basin and upper parts of Paraguay basin. Coastal plains are restricted in their expanse. Physiographic divisions of Brazil. How India, we have 5 physical divisions. In the same way, in Brazil also 5 physical divisions are there. The highlands, the coastal region, the island groups, the great escarpment and the plains. Let us study about this physiographic division in detail. The highlands. Southern Brazil is occupied by an extensive plateau, differently described as Brazilian highlands, Brazilian sea and Brazilian plateau. Guyana and Brazilian highlands together form the core of South American continent. Guyana highland. Main part is in the country Venezuela. Extends up to French Guyana in the eastern side. It covers the state of Roraima, Para, Amapa in the north. Lower part of the Guyana highland found in Brazil. Highest peak of Brazil is Pico de Neblina. The height is 3014 meter. Lies on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. Brazilian highland. Region to the east and south of these highlands have altitude more than 1000 meters. In other parts of this Brazilian highland, the altitude is between 500 meter and 1000 meter. Gradually slopes towards north. Slopes are not very steep in the Brazilian highlands. Tributaries of Amazon flowing through this region make rapids and waterfalls. Towards north slopes are steep but not abrupt. Number of rivers take off from the terminal portion of the highlands and flow northwards to meet Atlantic Ocean. River Uruguay, Paraguay and Paraná originate from southern slope and enter Argentina. Slope towards east is steep. Appears in the form of an escarpment. The Great Escarpment. It occupies a very small area. Nature of slope and effect on climate makes a separate physiographic region. Eastern side is demarcated. The altitude is 790 meter. Some area height decreases gradually. The Great Escarpment is very steep from Sao Paulo to Port Alegre. Act as a barrier to southeast trade winds. Leads to create rain shadow region to the north. Region to its north is called drought quadrilateral region. The next physical division is the coast. Brazil has 7,400 kilometer long coastal line. This coastal line can be classified into two: northern coastal line and the eastern coastal line. The northern coast, it extends from Amapá province in the north to Rio de Grande do Norte in the east, called as North Atlantic Coast, characterized by mouths of many rivers, including River Amazon. It is a low-lying region. Marajo Island, Marajo and São Marcos Bays lie in north coast. Marajo is a large coastal island located between the mouths of River Amazon and River Tocantins. The eastern coast extends from Rio de Grande do Norte to the south, receives large number of small rivers. San Francisco is the only major river meets Atlantic Ocean here. The Brazilian coast, characterized by a large number of beaches and sand dunes complexes, protected in some areas by coral reefs and atoll islands. Praia do Cassino Beach is the southernmost beach, also known as Cassino Beach, longest sandy beach in the world, extends for more than 200 kilometers. The plains, situated in two areas, the Amazon basin in the north, Paraguay-Parana basin in the southwest. The Amazon plains lies between two highlands, that is Guyana and Brazilian highlands, forms largest plain land of Brazil, lies in the northern part, slopes towards east, wide in west, about 1,300 km wide, narrows in the east. Width is minimum where Guyana highlands and Brazilian highland come closer. The width is 240 kilometers in between that two highlands area. The Amazon plains, as the river approaches Atlantic Ocean, the width increases. Mostly forested areas, largely inaccessible due to frequent flooding and dense undergrowth. Most part of this basin is covered with tropical evergreen forests. Paraguay and Parana basin, located in the southwestern part of the highlands. They form the source of these rivers. Source region of Paraguay slope towards south. Source region of Parana slope towards southwest. Panthanal wetland, largest wetlands of the world, lies towards the southwest part of highland areas, region of swamps and marshes in northwestern Mato Grosso do Sul, extends into Argentina too. Islands. Besides main island, some islands are included, classified into coastal islands and marine islands. Coastal islands formed mostly due to the depositional work of rivers near the coast of South Atlantic Ocean. Islands are coral, called as atolls. Marine islands, part of mainland, more than 300 kilometers away from the mainland in Atlantic Ocean, mostly rocky in nature. Top of the submerged mountains appear as the island. Drainage pattern of Brazil. Three major river basins in Brazil. One, Amazon Basin, Paraguay, Paraná in the southwest, São Francisco in the eastern part of highlands, and other rivers at the coast. These are the three major river basins. Here in this table, you can observe the comparative study of river Ganga and river Amazon basins. Total catchment area, it is given in square kilometer. The Ganga river system has 10,16,124 square kilometer catchment area. River Amazon has 70 lakhs 50,000 square kilometer area. The length of the river Ganga is 2,525 kilometers long and river Amazon is 6,400 kilometers long. Water discharge. River Ganga has the water discharge of 16,648 cubic meter per second, whereas river Amazon has 2,09,000 cubic meter per second water discharge. Amazon Basin collects its headwaters from the eastern slopes of Andes Mountains in Peru, receives huge discharge, about 2 lakhs meter cube per second water discharge is there in Amazon. Causes of the load supplied to it from the catchment. Sediments are not deposited even at the mouth of river Amazon. Dense network of distributaries are absent in the mouth of Amazon. Series of islands developed along the mouth beyond the coastline into the Atlantic Ocean. Mouth width of Amazon Channel is 150 km. Most of the course is suitable for navigation. Paraguay-Paraná system. These two rivers located in the southwestern part of Brazil both form the catchment of River Plata in Argentina. These two rivers and River Uruguay in extreme south collect their headwaters from the southern part of the Brazilian highlands. River São Francisco, third important river. Entire basin is within Brazil. It occupies eastern portion of the highlands. It flows towards north for a distance of about 1000 kilometers over the plateau, takes sharp eastward turn to enter the coastal strip along the Atlantic Ocean, navigable for a distance of about 250 kilometers in its downstream reaches. Coastal rivers. Brazil has a number of short coastal rivers. Coastal areas are densely populated. These rivers attain significance. River Paranaíba and River Itapecuru flowing northwards meet North Atlantic Ocean. Rivers meet South Atlantic Ocean, collect headwaters along the escarpment. River Paraguaco enter Atlantic Ocean near Salvador town. Drainage of India. Indian rivers are classified into two based on the source of the region: Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. Himalayan drainage. Most of the major rivers originate from various glaciers. In summer, glacier melt, discharge of water increase, flood during monsoons, perennial in nature. Himalayan drainage. It covers two major systems. One, Sindhu river system, and the second, Ganga river system. Rivers of the Himalayas are older than the Himalayas. Sindh river system. Tributaries are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi and Sutlej. Sindh and its tributaries drain the western Himalayas, flow through the state of Jammu and Kashmir. They are almost parallel to each other. River Sutlej, major tributary of river Sindh, originates near Mansarovar, flow towards westward. Punjab plains formed from depositional work of this river and its tributaries. River Sindh flows through Pakistan and meets Arabian Sea. River Ganga. originates from Gangotri Glacier, crosses Himalayas to become the east flowing river. Many of its tributaries also flow in the similar manner. Yamuna originates at Yamunotri, is a major tributary of Ganga. River Brahmaputra, another major tributary, flows through northern part of the greater Himalayas, crosses the Himalayas to enter India. When it flows through Himalayas, it is called Sangpo. When it crosses Himalayas, it is called Dihang. Eastward flow thereafter is called as Brahmaputra. Due to meeting of tributaries, discharge increase. Ganga receives Brahmaputra as its tributary in its lower reaches in Bangladesh. Huge volume of water and deposition lead to formation of a large delta. River Ganga receives a number of tributaries from peninsula like Chambal, Ken, Betwa, Son, Damodar, etc. Peninsular rivers. It can be classified into two according to the flow of direction: west flowing and east flowing. West flowing meets the Arabian Sea. East flowing rivers meet Bay of Bengal. Western Ghats form a major water divide. Characteristics of peninsular rivers. These rivers are rain-fed rivers, seldom face the problem of flood. It is seasonal in nature. West flowing rivers are rivers meeting Arabian Sea. Occupy the area between Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. Coastal line, short in length but swift in nature. Short and swift river system exists in Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra and southern Gujarat. Have long backwaters near mouths, locally known as kayals. Rivers flowing into Gulf of Kambar. River systems are Tapi, Narmada, Mahi and Sabarmati. These are the river systems flowing into Gulf of Kambar. Tapi and Narmada flow through Rift Valley. Mahi flows from northeast to southwest direction. Collects its headwaters from southern slope of Aravalli. Flows in north-south direction. River Luni. River Luni forms the catchment of Arabian Sea. Originates along the western slope of Aravalli range. Flows in northeast to southwest direction. Flows into Gulf of Kutch. East flowing rivers are rivers meeting Bay of Bengal. Most of the area drained by rivers flowing towards Bay of Bengal. Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri are important river systems. Mahanadi occupies northeastern part of the peninsula. Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri originate in the eastern slope of Western Ghats. River Godavari. River Godavari is the second largest river in terms of catchment area in India. River Krishna, located to the south of River Godavari. Major tributaries are Bhima and Tungabhadra. River Kaveri flows through the states of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, one of the major rivers of peninsula, harnessed for irrigation since long time. The Chola king constructed dam on it in 2nd AD near Tiruchirappalli and started irrigation in this region. Till today it is operational. Thank you for patient hearing and watching. Meet you all once again in new lesson. Till then, bye. Take care. Kindly subscribe Begin Danny YouTube channel and click bell button for the new videos and new lessons. Take care.